Today's episode of SFA Now, we will be talking about an event that helped raise awareness for those with visual impairment, that took a lot of skill from talented SFA students in order to come together. So stay tuned because
SFA Now starts now.
Hello and welcome to SFA Now. My name is Delilah Gonzalez and today we are here with Dr. Gina Carlson. How are you today?
I'm fine. It's a wonderful day to wake up to.
Exactly.
Exciting.
All right, well, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and about your journey and how exactly you got into the hospitality department?
Originally, I came from the Philippines. Ever since I was little, I always wanted to be majoring in hotel and restaurant management. So that was my major when I was in college and also with my master's program and now with PhD. And I had 25 years experience in meeting and event planning, international development. I work with an international project funded by USAID called Worldwide Farmer to Farmer Program and Growth with Equity in Mindanao. And my experience with all those projects actually helped me become more expert in meeting and event planning, especially international events. And after my projects, I actually decided to study in Oklahoma State University with my graduate degrees. And after I graduated from Oklahoma State, I got a job in the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. And after that, moved to Lincoln, Nebraska, and decided that it's too cold in Lincoln, Nebraska. There's lots of snow. And I had an opportunity to meet with the program coordinator of the hospitality administration program here at a conference in Las Vegas, and she told me about a position that's coming up and sent it to me, and I applied, and now I'm here and I'm having fun.
Well, fantastic. So I know you guys had an event last week about dining in the dark. Can you tell us a little bit about that, what exactly it is?
Yes, Dining in the Dark is a project that I inherited when I came here. So this year is the second, or was the second Dining in the Dark. This particular project is for our students who are taking the field of field experiences in human sciences to have hands-on experience in actually planning and implementing an event. And it is in collaboration with the Visually Impaired and Mobility Program under the Department of Human Services. So it's a project that our hospitality administration students who are taking field experiences in human sciences, and also students who are members of the Braille Club under the Visually Impaired organization under the Human Services Department. So it's a very exciting program. It's a very exciting event because two departments are working together. So, and I'm sure the university is kind of like recommending professors to work across disciplines, and this is one example of that. So it's very exciting for me.
Okay, awesome. So what exactly was your goal for this entire event?
The goal of the event was to raise funds for hospitality students for travel, scholarship, and also for Camp Independence. It's a project of the Visually Impaired and Mobility Program that they do during summer. It's a camp that they do here at SFA, and it's for kids that actually who are visually impaired and mobility impaired, and they make this event fun for the students. And part of that proceeds will benefit that and our students as well for travel and scholarships and all those kinds of things that can help our students expand their horizon, which is part of our major.
Awesome. I didn't even know we had that. So what exactly went on to plan this entire event?
Lots of things. The first thing that we did was actually put the students in different teams. When I put them in teams, I don't let them choose who are in their teams, and I based it on their expertise, their skills, and their experience. So if one student has lots of experience in putting together presentations, marketing stuff, I put that student in a marketing team. So there were 4 committees in the team or in the project: marketing, sponsorship and silent auction, logistics, and culinary. Each team has chairs, and the chairs controls their team. But eventually, we usually always discuss what's going to happen, what our expectations would be for the event. So we discussed it in class. So instead of lecturing, we do hands-on discussions and identify budgets. The culinary team will identify the menu. They put together the menu and those kinds of things. And marketing is wonderful. They make promotional materials and stuff like that. So those are some of the things that we have done in the class.
Okay. So now let's take a look at the hospitality department and the visually impaired department's hard work during Dining in the Dark.
The second annual Dining in the Dark was an event that raised awareness on visual impairment. The SFA Hospitality Administration paired up with the visual impairment programs for a good cause. The Dining in the Dark event was held April 21st, 2016 from 6 to 9 at the Nacogdoches County Civic Center. The event's purpose was to help people use their other senses besides vision and have the ability to sit through a full 5-course meal.
Well, this event was a collaboration from several students across several departments, different professors and everything. Basically, we had to break down to several different teams. We had to have leaders for those teams. We had to have some chiefs. We had to have some Indians, just so, everybody wasn't butting heads. Basically, for the whole planning process, we've been doing this since January, if I'm not mistaken. It's been just an ongoing process. We're really happy with the way everything turned out and hoping for an even bigger turnout next year.
The event featured tasty beverages with their cocktail hour, as well as held a silent auction. The guests then would be blindfolded and seated by their personal host. Every meal was designed to encourage guests to use their sense beyond sight to identify what was being consumed. The event gave a chance for SFA students to deal with a real-life event. The whole event was structured and organized by the students themselves with help from their department.
I was head logistics, so we did what system we were going to do for registration table, and then coming up here, that was my job. And who was going to serve you from the right or left. All of our servers are volunteers in the hospitality program.
Alongside the silent auction and cocktail hour, there was also a jazz band performing during the whole event. It was performers from Phi Mu Alpha that actually stepped up to the plate and performed during Dining in the Dark. The SFA community was very excited for this event, and it was a successful one. It took a lot of hard work to put the delicious combination of meals together.
There were a lot of hours that went into planning this. Will and I, we both spent a lot of time, just looking up recipes, costing items out, coming up with different creations. Just a lot of time planning each course of the meal. We did a 5-course meal, and we put in a lot of time and effort.
Up with recipes and the cost in between them. So figuring out how many cucumbers I need to buy to feed that many people. If there's 3 cucumbers or 3 slices in each salad, how many do I need to buy? And multiply that large scale. So just doing that for everything was really tedious, but saved us money. So.
Dr. Gina Cosson was so welcoming to the guests. Her fun-filled spirit made everyone feel so welcome at the event. And she made sure to thank everyone that worked hard to put the event together, especially the students. Once the blindfolds were on and the 5-course meal began, no one was allowed to remove their blindfolds in order to enhance their senses and get a better taste of the delicious food. Afterwards, everyone was allowed to remove their blindfolds, and the alumni gave a special thanks to the hardworking SFA students for such a fun, successful night.
If you're just joining us today, we are here with Dr. Gina Cosson, director of the Dining in the Dark event. Now, I know a lot of time was spent with these students. What positions did they hold? What duties did they have to do for this?
So for the logistics teams, they're in charge of the front of the house. So setting up the tables and tablescapes, like making the tables beautiful, setting up all the silverware, spotwares, and stuff like that. The culinary team are the people who are gung-ho about creating the recipes, food, and creating the menu. The sponsorship team, they did find sponsors and silent auction items because the event includes silent auction. And then the marketing, it was in charge of selling the event. So we did an online listserv for selling the event for tickets, but we also use physical tickets so that the students will have experience in selling something, so we will get the goal that we wanted for the project.
All right, so who exactly was your target audience and why did you choose them?
Our target audience are community people, professors, those people who can afford $50 because the ticket was $50, and people who like to support our students at SFA, and also advocacy, like for the Camp Independence that the visually impaired program is supporting. So those were the sponsors or the patrons that we have. We really want the community to be part of it because we want our program as well, like the hospitality program, to be visible in the community. Because some people, they don't know that we have hospitality program. They think it's hospital. No, it's not. It's customer service, those kinds of things. So yes, people in the community and the university.
Okay, well, I know that there was some alumni out here for the event. How exactly did you reach out to them?
For the alumni, we have a listserv that we use, the listserv that Culinary Cafe has, and that's how we tap the alumni. And some of our students know about alumni in our program as well. So that's our way of reaching out to them. Also, we were able to put the event under KTRA calendar, so it was announced on KTRA. And then we also have it in the Daily Sentinel and SFA Today, My SFA. We put all Pine Log. We put all those information in those particular tools so that people would know about the event.
Okay, well, thank you so much for that. Well, that is all the time we have. I would like to thank our guest today, Dr. Gina Cosson, for being here. And thank you for watching. I'm Delilah Gonzalez, and this has been another episode of SFA Now.